Despite Fever criticism, Sheryl Swoopes backs Caitlin Clark's key ability in do-or-die battle against Sun. 40 minutes, that's all we're guaranteed, Caitlin Clark set ahead of Game 2 of the playoffs. The Indiana Fever are in a crucial time frame if they don't want their postseason to end too quickly. After dropping the first game of Round 1 to the Connecticut Sun in a brutal 69-93 loss, Clark and co. need to bring back Game 3 to Indiana. But ahead of Wednesday night's second game, Sheryl Swoopes has some comments to offer. In the latest episode of Queens of the Court, co-host Jordan Robinson says, "We'd all know Caitlin has that power to come back, and I think that's what's going to happen in Game 2. And Swoopes agrees, we've seen Caitlin do it numerous times. I know it was regular season, but we've seen her not shoot the ball so well first half, come back second half. She's a completely different player. She has the ability to do that. It's one of the rarer times when we get to see Swoopes praising CC instead of offering criticism for some aspect of her game." While the retired pro has gone on to nitpick the Indiana rookies' game all season long and even in her NCAA days in the podcast, she had harsher words to offer to the Fever team as a whole. Consisting players who are on the younger side without much playoff experience, a combined total of 19 games which excludes the starters, it's been a gamble to see how deep into the playoffs they can go. They'd reach here because of Caitlin Clark pulling the already talented team ahead, but how far can they go, especially against seasoned veterans like the Sun? The only player in Indiana worthy of the veteran title is, as Sheryl Swoopes also mentions, Kelsey Mitchell. The other player, you know when you start talking about experience in playoffs, Kelsey Mitchell. Like regular season, anytime Kelsey shot the ball and she missed, I was like, whoa, she missed. The 3X MVP says on Queens of the Court, you could just feel it through the TV, that they were like, dang, we just can't get a shot to fall, because they had really good looks, like a lot of wide open looks. Sunday seemed to be an off night for CC and the rest of the Fever, who were struggling throughout the 40 minutes in some way or the other. Even in the regular season, Indiana only had one win over Connecticut and 3 losses, not boding well for the playoffs anyway. Nevertheless, the Fever seemed confident enough in their abilities to make it past tonight successfully. Meanwhile, the tense dynamic of Sheryl Swoopes and Caitlin Clark continues. In its latest edition, Swoopes is denying making some comments about the rookie. The Caitlin Clark effect has been undeniable on the W, leading to mixed feelings in and around the league. While some appreciate the increased eyes on women's basketball, others might be jealous of the spotlight the Des Moines native seems to be under. Then there's Sheryl Swoopes, who doesn't fall into a single category of why she might dislike the Fever rookie. While a Hall of Famer has asserted time and again that she's not against the 22-year-old, more comments point toward the opposite. A few days ago in Gil's Arena, Swoopes said, "There's a lot of others going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be." You have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't know if this is where I want to be. While she clarified that she was purely speculating, it wasn't taken kindly by fans. When one pointed this out on X, the retired pro commented, "Sis, I ain't worried about this wannabe. All I is." What's unclear is if she's denying saying it at all or denying the implication. Whatever the case, if this is the effect of CC and critics in her rookie year, the next decade or so is going to be interesting to watch. The number of WNBA fans and viewers is only going to increase with a closer eye on both Clark and Sheryl Swoopes.